Yo, 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 what's up? Today we are reviewing Monday Night Raw from July 3rd, 2023. And if you guys want to know why I didn't do my Money in the Bank review, it's because I was busy with other stuff, and I recently went to the store to buy a YouTube camera and stuff. So we're playing a lot of stuff on the YouTube channel. I'm planning to reveal my face soon. Also, we are starting a gaming channel soon on this channel, and that may start with Spider-Man 2. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you know how much I love Spider-Man 2. But with that being said, I just want to explain why I didn't do my Money in the Bank review. Let's review Monday Night Raw. It started with Seth Rollins. We didn't really know what was gonna happen because obviously, no plans were released once again. But Seth Rollins started the show, and Cody Rhodes interrupted. And at first glance, we're like, oh my god, WWE could maybe deliver us Cody versus Seth at SummerSlam. But Brock was like, nah, we ain't letting that happen. So Brock Lesnar came out smiling, and of course, Brock and Cody brawled to start Monday Night Raw. Seth Rollins dipped on out of there, and Brock Lesnar actually didn't win the brawl this time with Cody. He got hit with a Cody cutter. Brock sold that shit golden. Seth got back into the ring, and then the Judgment Day interrupted, and of course, there's Damian Priest with Money in the Bank. And also, I wanted to give my thoughts about Damian Priest winning Money in the Bank. I'm super bummed that LA Knight didn't win Money in the Bank, but Damian Priest is a good overall winner, and Damian Priest said he was facing Shinsuke, but Damian Priest said that Dom would love to face Seth Rollins. Seth was laughing. Dom ended up challenging Seth anyways, and that match was made official for later on tonight. And after that, Damian Priest ended up having his match with Shinsuke Nakamura, which was a very fun match to watch. Another typically booked banger. And Damian Priest ended up winning. Finally, Mr. Money in the Bank picking up wins. You guys may know what I mean. Over the last couple years, Mr. Money in the Bank has a losing record in matches, which is very weird. But you know, I hope Damian Priest starts a big winning streak here. Next up, I wanted to bring this to my attention. You guys may know Green Shirt Guy. This is a guy that pretty much, I'm convinced that he works for the WWE, but he brought his family along with all the green shirts too. So we had a little green shirt parade in the front row, which you always love to see it. Next up, we had Shayna and Ronda. So Ronda came out first, and before Ronda even spouted out a word, here comes Shayna Baszler, and the first thing that comes out of Shayna's mouth is, "We're all sick of trying to hear you talk." And my god, the crowd roared because Shayna didn't even need to do anything. She absolutely cooked Ronda, and it wasn't going to stop there. Shayna was like, the only reason why you're in WWE is because of me, coming at basically destroying Ronda, saying she shouldn't be here, blah, 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 why don't you leave? Like Shayna cooked on the mic, and this is leaving me very excited because see what happens when you're not in the shadow of somebody? You let them cook. And Shayna also need the hell out of Ronda. If you watched last night, you would know that Shayna just wrecked Ronda last night. Next up, we had some tag team turmoil, and we finally got to see Candice and Indy. So it looks like Indy's healthy enough to wrestle again. But Candice and Indy ended up getting eliminated first, so that was something. We also had the team of Chelsea and Sonya, who started off the match and eliminated Candice and Indy first. We had Dana Brooke and Tegan, and we had Emma and Nikki Cross. You want to talk about hitting the randomize button on WWE tag teams on 2K? That is basically what that is. Also, we had Kaden and Katana, who were probably the favorites to win this match, to be fair. So, Indy and Candice got eliminated, then Sonya and Chelsea eliminated Tegan and Dana, then Nikki and Emma, and then we got down to Kaden and Katana, and I thought that Kaden and Katana were going to win, but that didn't end up quite happening. Chelsea and Sonya are the new number one contenders for Liv and Raquel. I really hope this match happens on a Raw. Chelsea and Sonya versus Liv and Raquel would not be a good match at SummerSlam to me. Personally, I think Kaden and Katana would fill that role well because their chemistry as a team is insane. It's probably the best that I've seen out of a women's WWE team in a long time. And to be honest with you, out of any tag team that I've seen on TV. So, it's insane. And overall, the tag team turmoil match was a fun watch. I'm glad to see Chelsea and Sonya win, but I hope that this match isn't at SummerSlam, and that maybe it's a filler tag team title match on the road to SummerSlam. And also, I just wanted to bring this forward with you. Tegan and Dakota Kai. If Tegan ever needs a partner in the future that would actually win with her, I want to see Team Kickback. This is something that I've manifested for a long time. And hopefully this is something that actually happens in the future. Next up is we had Becky Lynch do a promo, but obviously we don't need to hear Becky Lynch's promo because we knew that Trish Stratus was going to come out with Zoe Stark, and that's exactly what happened. But Trish broke her face. They're running the Trish broke her face storyline again. And of course Zoe Stark is just there making facial expressions, and Becky Lynch had a hilarious reaction, just roasting Trish, basically saying haha, and then Trish playing it off perfectly, saying that she's still hotter than everybody else. Becky's just laughing still, and I thought we were gonna get Becky and Zoe last night, but it turns out Becky and Zoe's happening next week. Kind of a random turn. I felt like last night's Monday Night Raw could have had to use Becky and Zoe, but whatever. And I'll be very interested to see. I think just adding the face mask to Trish has engaged me in the storyline more, because you already know that Becky Lynch is about to target that face of Trish Stratus. And if everyone wanted to know what I was talking about Trish once again bringing back the face mask, there it is. Way back when, in the Ruthless Aggression era, Trish had that face mask. Next up, we had a random match. We had the Viking, not random, but we had a rivalry that actually is pretty decent on Raw. The Viking Raiders rivalry with Alpha Academy. I think Maxine, this idea to bring Maxine with the Alpha Academy, it's just such a good idea. Because Maxine is getting insane crowd reactions. I don't know if it's just because she's LA Knight's kayfabe sister, but who knows. But this match was pretty good. And it's always good to see Chad Gable on the end of a winning victory. But Maxine won. She pinned Sarah Logan. I keep forgetting that she's Valhalla. But the Viking Raiders lose. Overall, I like this. I really like it. I think they're just going to go back and forth until maybe eventually we're going to see Valhalla versus Maxine Dupree in a one-on-one match. I think that's the ultimate conclusion to this. But, good moment on Monday Night Raw. And then after that, Mr. Ricochet decided to pop in for an interview. And he immediately went to Logan Paul, because if you guys didn't watch the show last night, they showed footage of Logan brawling with Ricochet, which I thought people were asking me if it was real. I was like, why would it be real? Ricochet and Logan Paul probably has so much respect for Ricochet. I mean, half of Logan Paul's memorable moments have been along with Ricochet. So even that botch at Money in the Bank was one of the most watched highlights from the show. But Ricochet wants a face-to-face with Logan Paul. And if they do Ricochet and Logan Paul at SummerSlam, I'm going to be so happy. This is like a match that we all want at SummerSlam, but we thought it was kind of unrealistic. Maybe they'll do it on a random Monday Night Raw, but no. We're not going to get a match next week. We're going to get a face-to-face. So hopefully we get to see that match at SummerSlam. Next up, we had Natalya versus Rhea, and I was expecting this match to be quick, but no. Natalya went on to have a banger at Rhea. And Natalya had us tricked a couple of times. Natalya also got to lock in the sharpshooter. I wasn't expecting Rhea to have to go through a 1 minute long sharpshooter, but she did. It was a great back and forth. It was probably the best match of the night, debatably, which shocks me. And I really love that for Natalya. Obviously, I don't mean to make fun of Natalya in the past. It's just trolling. But Natalya, I feel so good. I do feel really good for Natalya that she had a match like this tonight. And it really proves to you that Natalya is she's just her. She's just a legend of the game. She's just good. And obviously Rhea ended up winning. That's not a surprise. I mean, one Riptide and it's over. But the match was such an enjoyable match overall. Next up, we had Tommaso Ciampa and Miz give each other promos back and forth. Ciampa and Miz have a no DQ match next week. And Ciampa ended up having a great-ass promo. I just so much missed those Ciampa promos. I mean, Ciampa could do anything in a promo. He nails it every time, and so does The Miz. Miz standing in an empty red locker room. Just so good, and I suspect that Johnny Gargano will finally see Johnny wrestling next week. I'm calling my shot now. Johnny Gargano shows up next week. So, next up, we had Rhea once again on our TV screens. Not a surprise. Probably Rhea Rip. Who doesn't like seeing Rhea? But, you know, Rhea stopped backstage. And, would you know it, Io Sky is back on Monday Night Raw with the Money in the Bank briefcase, warning Rhea. Just perfection booking. This is exactly what a Money in the Bank winner should do. Io going on both brands, threatening Rhea, and I'm assuming that she's going to be on SmackDown to threaten Asuka. I mean, if they give Io time with the briefcase, Io's going to be one of my favorite Money in the Bank holders. I mean, this segment was just so brilliant, and I just can't help, you know, Io giving Rhea the stare down after Rhea threatened her. Io ain't scared of Rhea. If you guys watched NXT in the past, you know that Io is not scared of Rhea Ripley. And you can see in Rhea's eyes, she's like, oh yeah, you know, I've had some history in the past with Io. She isn't scared of anybody. So next up, we had a random match, Matt Riddle versus Vinci. Didn't last long because the match couldn't last long due to time. But Matt Riddle rolled up to beat Vinci. Imperium went for the beatdown. And Drew McIntyre is finally showing up on Raw. Love to see it. Drew Claymored Vinci and Kaiser. And sent one warning to Imperium. Imperium's leader Gunther. And we're going to get Drew and Riddle versus Imperium next week. So that match should be very, very good. And after that, we had the main event. In Rey Mysterio versus Dom, or not Rey Mysterio versus Dom versus Seth Rollins. It was pretty good, nothing special. But the real thing that happened afterwards is that Damian Priest chokeslammed Seth, causing a DQ, and obviously Seth winning. But Damian Priest was chokeslammed Seth on the table. All that kind of stuff. Dom wanted Priest to cash in, and when Priest was about to do it, Finn Balor finally decided to make an appearance. He pushed Seth into Priest. Priest and Finn argued. Dom tried to break it up. And you already know that Finn and Priest are about to beat the ever-living shit out of each other in the next couple weeks. And Seth Rollins escaped with the World Heavyweight Championship. Seth wasn't going to get cashed in on. And overall, the Raw ended with the Judgment Day in shambles. Damian didn't cash in. Damian and Finn arguing. Dom just got beat up by Seth. And Rhea Ripley is just trying to play the mother who has the championship that is just trying to stop her family from arguing. But overall, that was a brilliant ending to a pretty good Raw episode, I'd say. I wouldn't say it's over the top, but it's a good Raw episode, alright? There's been way worse Raw episodes beforehand, but this was a good Raw episode, and I still think Raw is on a good roll, and I'm firmly suspecting that a lot of people watched last night's Raw. So that's it for my review. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video.